Welcome everyone back to another edition of Smacked Up Wrestling. I'm your host, Will. As always, I am joined by the greatest heel of all time, Martin.
I'm going to fucking swear a lot this week, you dick.
And we've got the reigning Smacked Up Wrestling champion, Flo.
Hi.
Yep, of course, he still retained his title. And we've got the Queen of the Ring, the Queen of the Ring, the Queen of Bullet Club, Kenny Omega's secret lover, Kirsty.
Hey.
See, I'm adding new shit in every week now for you.
Honestly, I'm waiting on the proper introduction where I'm described as a bigger heel than Kevin Spacey.
Wow.
At least when I say I've touched children, I mean emotionally.
Wow. This is how we'll start. Wow.
This is how we started, and this is how
you go deep within this hole.
Dark, Flo. Dark.
That is dark. That is almost as bad as the Loot Crate scenario. Fucking hell.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
A bigger heel than the EA's Loot Crate division.
Of course, guys, you had the two amazing shows last week covering NXT War Games, which is a fantastic pay-per-view. And Survivor Series, just quickly my opinion, I thought was a good pay-per-view. Kind of dragged just a fraction in the middle. It was still entertaining, but just dragged a fraction. Main event, absolutely loved, and it was good storytelling.
You need to get you take over doing your
I'm being honest, Kirsty, because they got me.
What storytelling?
Kirsty, they got me by surprise. How many months have we said Triple H and Kurt Angle?
There was storytelling.
How many
The
months have we
storytelling
called
was Triple H.
The storytelling was
everybody...
Triple H as a mark for himself.
Aye, like
better than the young ones.
No, but I'm talking about Kurt Angle
literally cry.
and John Cena for Mania.
Right. We spoke about this, right? We spoke about the first 15 minutes of the teasing of, we could do this match, or we could do this. That was great. By the time Triple H just turned into because it was like,
but I loved it. He done it on purpose. I loved it.
Well, it wasn't a fucking accident, was it?
It was brilliant.
It was awful.
Oh, Kirsty.
It was
No, he's done
He's
done it for smarks like you. He's done it on purpose, and I fucking loved it.
He's played you like a fiddle.
I love the fact that everybody was looking at Kurt Angle and Triple H because of the way they done like the Jason Jordan thing, and it's looking more Braun Strowman.
I've got one question for you. Apart from Braun, who the fuck went air?
Nobody. It was all about getting Braun over.
Because Braun needed to be put air because he was so flying under and nobody knew who he was.
Do you remember what company we're dealing with?
This is the
literally only
the
two
company.
People can be fucking pushed at once.
Why was it Triple H?
He was the one that was pushed.
He wasn't pushed.
People remember he's the one that was covered, a coward to Braun and greeting. Well, Braun just broke him.
And let's remember, Triple H walked into the fucking the Titantron.
That isn't canon. That wasn't canon. They never brought that up on Raw.
You sound like the worst people right now.
But they never brought it up on Raw. That was just a bit there
that
for
was
the
just a wee
fucking fans.
bit for the audience.
Aye, so therefore it doesn't count. The story is Triple H is an arsehole.
He's played you! He's
tagline is monster amongst men.
He's played you.
Way more easy than either of us ever.
Because they've now cancelled Finn versus Brock, and they don't have a Brock match.
That's nothing to do with Triple H, though. That's to do with Vince no understanding Finn's charm.
Aye, that's basically
here's another problem. He's a victim of the booking because once again, Finn got that win over AJ. What's he doing next? Jobbing to Kane.
Aye.
And then,
this is my fucking point.
And then obviously him and Samoa Joe.
Tell me, where does Joe go for this? Where does Finn go? Where does Nakamura go? And where does Bobby Roode go? The four people that could have benefited for this match and having the part-time star power in there, none of them have got anything
you're getting
today.
Finn versus Joe.
Bobby Roode and Nakamura.
Bobby Roode,
seen that. It's never going to be better.
They all go in for the WWE title after Clash of Champions.
I think so. One of them's going to be for the Rumble.
Get Clash of Champions at the road, and then that's it.
All they've done is told us is that these four men are not as important as the part-timers in Braun. That's what they've done.
You're saying this like it's a new thing.
Because it was disgusting.
He's played you.
It was horrible. I can't even understand why you enjoyed it.
I loved it. I thought it was really good.
To quote that self-hating black man, You're working yourself into a shoot, brother.
He played you. He done it on
He really
purpose.
did.
He's
He
done
really
it on
did.
purpose, and
He's
it
taking
What
the
would
worked.
world's
take away from the
smallest
fact that it was
violin,
horrible?
and he's playing the saddest song.
It was horrible.
You're
There
the
is
violin.
nothing-
But
You're a
Kirsty,
tiny
even
violin.
if you take like even John Cena, like I was shocked that John Cena got put out as fast as he did.
And
He
another thing,
was just there to make
Shane,
up the numbers.
why was Shane the last, like, see out of all the guys on the
Because
SmackDown,
Vince
like,
and WWE think he's a big deal.
he's the worst, he's the
know.
least trained person, and Braun's in the ring,
Kirsty,
and he's the
they played
least
you, this is
trained
why.
person.
They've
Christ,
done it.
look at you, you've bought into it.
Yeah, that's it.
I've no,
You've been
because I
young.
fucking don't want to
You
watch
have.
any of it. The thing is it's no like, oh, I want to see what happens on Raw tonight. It's, do you know what, I might not watch to the Rumble. That's what's happened. The only reason I watched Raw and SmackDown this week is because we did this podcast. See, if I was
I
the part
know,
of this
you know.
podcast, I would
I
not
wouldn't
be
watch
watching.
it either.
It's a fucking
You're right.
joke.
But guess what? We're not the audience.
I enjoyed it.
There's your audience. People who
This
don't know
whole-
better.
The best
This
match of the night.
whole
The
year
best
has
match of the
been-
night was Brock Lesnar AJ. I thought I was fucking.
It was,
brilliant.
Of
aye.
course it was. It had AJ Styles in it. My
Um,
point was,
You're such a fucking mark.
I know I'm but my point is,
This
like,
is
I don't
fucking
deny this.
Bullet Club talk.
I know, but
shit.
you've already denied it about the main event when you've just had the same treatment. They fucking worked you.
I was
My
about to
point-
say that the best match of the night for me was Shield versus New Day.
It was good,
It was
but
nice.
Brock and AJ was
Brock
better.
AJ, that was really well done. I really enjoyed that.
I
It
just
was just,
hate
it was a good match. It
Oh,
told
Kirsty,
me.
they
this
played you.
what's annoying me more is, see, this entire year it's been WWE being like, oh, we're gonna swerve them and doing things that makes no sense for any
Aye.
type of business model.
You're right.
And at this point, we're in November and I'm fucking done. Like,
Halfway to
It should
Mania
be-
though. We're only halfway through the so-called
that's-
season.
that's lovely, because then we get to Mania, which again is a show that's no for
No, for us.
us.
No.
Like, so
for
at
every-
what point of the year? Because usually this middle slot is like,
it's
it's
for
a
the mark.
comedy,
The
and it's
smart.
for the mark.
Sorry.
But it's not been. So
No, it hasn't.
when do I get to enjoy? If I only to watch NXT, like, is that what of today?
More or less.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, fuck them.
So, actually talking about Raw now would be a good idea.
I was actually going to bring it up because obviously, Paige made a return, and I'm going to ask you the questions that WWE put out.
Wait, can I ask a question?
On you go.
Are you all ready for a comeback?
I actually put the mid Xavier Wood gifts and the question. I was pissing myself. Let's put it this
The
way, right?
memes of her saying I didn't come alone, and then it was just
Aye,
Xavier, and it's a shame. Like, it's because she's never going to get rid of
She's
that.
not-
Thing is though, right? Either somebody wrote it for her and she was stupid enough to say it, or she improvised and she's a daft bitch.
Right, here's a question. Here's a question they put out, and I answered quite correctly, I think. Are you happy she's back?
I don't really give a fuck.
I am happy that the pop she
I am
wrote
happy
was
too.
fucking incredible.
I'm on the same page as Martin. I couldn't give two fucks. I personally think that she was the one trying to get her contract. She didn't want to be there. She was at TNA tapings.
But you need to also remember now, her and
Del Rio
Alberto
split.
have split up, so her attitude and her drug taking will pretty much do a 180.
If they split up again,
Aye.
Aye, it's
Okay.
permanent this time, apparently.
aye.
I guess
Wait,
I guess
The
her
thing is,
law
though, is
allegedly
we-
stabbed him again.
The thing is, though, is the more she's on the road now 5 days a week. The more, even if they get back together, the more she's around her people that genuinely care about her and want her to do well, the more she's going to remember.
Well, the thing I was
who
going to
she
say
is.
is WWE travel all over the world. Alberto's not allowed to do that
Aye.
because
That's what I'm saying. It's
he,
only
has
going to be
he
good
keeps
for her.
getting
I'm
arrested.
Like, I'm happy for her because this could
I
be
just-
good for
I-
her as a person.
I just still don't like her. I think she's overrated.
I
she's
have no
she's a
strong
good talker.
feelings.
She's a good wrestler. What more do you need?
I don't think she's a good wrestler. There's better.
I
Like,
definitely
after
know.
her, but like,
Definitely know.
No,
there's
there's
I mean,
better,
new
but
eyes,
she's
but for
still
the
not
longest
bad.
time-
Kirsty, you can actually go to another list we ask at the top. I'd put her well at the bottom. And
Wait,
I wouldn't say the bottom, but she's
Tamina?
not far off.
Oh no! She's no like. I'm not saying like she's at the bottom. But what I mean is, it's like
In the middle, more or less.
I'd say
Yeah,
less.
she's
middle.
not
got a
where
great
she was
character.
when it all went wrong. Put it that way.
I like Paige a lot.
No.
Look, I don't want her to do bad by any means. I hope she does well and, gets her spot back and really cements a solid turnaround. But right now, as things stand, having like Paige and her pals and then the bargain bin rip-off Paige and her pals
See,
on
this is what
SmackDown,
annoys. This really
I'm
pisses
just
me
no
off.
fussed.
I didn't-
Mirror team.
So when
You think
When
they're
they
supposed to
showed
be a 6-woman unit and that's
See,
why they're so similar?
I think so, but then again, the thing is they've no. I really like Ruby Riott, love her. I think she's great, but
Well,
they've now cemented her as the
Barra's
cheap
Paige.
like under Paige, and
What I'm worried is that they are in fact meant to be separate and they're going to be booked pretty much the same. And then we're going to get this Women's Royal Rumble and they're going to have that face-off moment and it's going to be something WWE hype and it's going to be lame as fuck because on one hand you've got a porn star, on the other hand you've got a bird person.
She's no a porn star.
Paige?
She never get paid for that. Like she never accepted
Oh,
or
I
signed
think she
anything.
took a couple of payments.
I think
Couple payments.
Like you can't say that because porn stars shot for a job in audition and shit that get leaked. That's no the same
No, she
thing.
skipped the audition.
I mean, I looked at the call ups as okay. It's needed. They needed freshed in the women's division.
So it was for a women's rumble and because
Aye.
they don't have anything else to do with the land.
Even
If they
like,
wanted to do a faction, why did they no bring up Paige, Ruby, and Nikki together? Because that
I
would
don't-
have made more sense.
They want to run a wrestling company, why did they do such a bad fucking job yet?
If there's even going to be a dominating faction out of this, because I doubt WWE has the guts to pull off.
WWE don't know how to do factions. It's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
They did once. Nation of Domination.
Once.
I'm not going to count DX because they did blackface even when it was unacceptable.
I think the Shield is a faction. Shield know what they're
That's
doing.
not a
I
faction.
wouldn't
that's
call
a
it
three-man
trio a
team.
faction.
Like if you're no
More,
got
like
five people-
Evolution and onwards is a faction.
Right,
Four,
slash
right,
table.
I'll say
four
four,
more.
but 3 people is a
A
tag
trio.
team.
It's a trio.
Aye, it's a trios tag team. Like it's no anywhere else in the world that's a tag team with Freebird
it's a
rules.
Ring of
But
Honor.
to WWE,
team.
aye, it's a Ring of Honor tag team. But but in W, it's a faction because there's more than 2. Fuck off. WWE are really frustrating me. I don't know if you can
I
tell.
was waiting.
Not at
for
all.
that. I was waiting. How long was that? 15 minutes before Ring of Honor came up. Right. Okay.
And she never even did it.
Better. I wasn't even me. Fuck you. The thing is having an MMA bitch, a
Sorry,
golf slash
an
punk-
MMA bitch who can't do a punch. She can't punch. Have you
And
ever
here's
watched
the
her
thing.
NXT entrance?
No,
She does
Oh, I have,
shadow
aye.
boxing. Honestly,
it's
looks
terrible.
like she couldn't hit a fucking deed fly.
I mean, it's not even
And then
that.
they've got a blonde. Do you know what's annoying me more? Why is Mandy on Raw and Liv Morgan on SmackDown? Because Liv Morgan is basically Carmella. Why would you put the two of them on the same roster?
Because you don't know what you're doing with the talent that you've got. 'Cause you pay attention to them.
And Liv, I know, Liv really still annoys me. I don't like
even-
her.
She's not done anything wrong. She's
Even-
not exactly ready to go up.
That's what I mean. I
even
don't
with
like her
Paige,
enough.
None of them are.
I'd even say Paige didn't fit
Ruby is-
Raw. I think Paige was more suited for SmackDown.
I think
But-
they should have done.
But she was
The ones
drafted
that
to Raw
Paige
before
or
she.
Asuka were going to swap shows and go at it.
I mean, because let's be honest. Like, see if you look at take Paige wrestling, like the top four women in Raw. Paige wrestling them. Paige, I don't think can hold a candle to them.
But you think Mandy Rose?
Remains
still
to be
left
seen.
him?
Remains
No, I'm
to
not
be
even
seen.
saying them either, Kirsty. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've got a lot to learn as well. But I think just with a lot of Paige's attitude towards, like, I know Tough Enough was scripted, but like the attitude she still portrays, even on like the Stone Cold podcast, yeah, it's when you think you're better than everybody.
The thing is a lot of people will say you've got to think you're the shit in wrestling, and if you don't, you're not going to get anywhere. And guys that like Dolph Ziggler has thought that he's been the best wrestler on that roster for the longest time.
He was for a while, but it didn't do him any help. Or any good, sorry.
But like the point is she's been wrestling for so long, she's got so much experience under her belt that of course she's going to think that.
And ironically, right now, as far as the company and most fans are concerned, she's right back at square one. She's
I don't know the pop she got.
That
pop wasn't a square one pop.
No, like, Kirsty, see if that was in Chicago, she wouldn't have got that. If you put that
if it had been a smart city.
Houston is a smart city.
Eh?
Texas is a pure wrestling town.
Texas is a state.
Right, but Houston, I said Houston to start with. Houston, Texas.
Nah, if you put that in Chicago or Philly, they would have called that out for what it
was. The thing about Houston is, although it's from it has a history, it's not what it was. I mean, even going back to the 90s, the only reason they ran that giant Royal Rumble there was because they got a good deal on the stadium, and then they made they gave away tickets and then made them dirt cheap because people weren't interested. Now we're not exactly at the peak of wrestling. You've got people who went, "Oh, she's on the telly sometimes," hey. But as Will says, Chicago, New York, Philly, you're not getting that reaction.
No, they would have called that.
I don't know. Paige always got a reaction.
Aye, but Kirsty, this is before she wanted to leave.
This is before she threw it away.
That's the thing, and they would call that. It'd be the same as Punk if Punk came back. Apart from Chicago, I believe Philly would boom. Philly would boom at the building.
You are a fucking idiot.
I'm telling you, that's what would happen.
You've lost your mind. Punk could show up here, and there's nowhere Punk can go.
I think that would have been true before that UFC and then disappearing act thing that he did.
I'm telling you, Kirsty, I'm telling you.
Every show you go to, there's still CM Punk chants and people are bored.
There is. But I'm saying, if you take the minority, but then when you put majority in it, it's going to outweigh it.
I wouldn't say he'd flat out get booed out the building, but he definitely would not get the reaction that he once would have.
I disagree firmly with that.
Well, all right, but it doesn't mean you're right.
It doesn't mean you're right either.
No. And we're bigger than you.
Flo, what do you think?
I agree with Kirsty because I don't think because so many people are always chanting this crap of the kind of a chant.
A lot of people just chant to get themselves over, though, when it comes to people like that.
Speaking of chanting, Martin, was it you that shared this, or I can't remember? Was it the 434 actually done half decent fucking research for a change? The announcer on SmackDown. I don't know if you have heard about this.
Shouting super kick party, I was raging.
No. When he goes, this match is set for one fall, and
they all shouted one fall.
They all shout one fall. Apparently, Vince wants this stopped. Doesn't like it.
Why?
Doesn't
because he doesn't like stuff.
It's a fan thing.
The thing is, it came from ICW and spread out.
I know, but like, what?
Why is there a problem? How dare they get into my show?
How dare they be engaging?
Have empty arena every fucking week.
Honestly,
they should just do it to the NXT.
This was a fucking
NXT guys stole it for ICW fans who were visiting WrestleMania last year, and it spread out.
Thursday, this came about because apparently they had enough from the women's title match.
Well, here's the thing. See, when you present a shite product and you expect people to sit there for 4 hours, be entertained, and there isn't any entertainment, they're going to entertain themselves.
Sad thing is, Martin, you're going to get... You agree with me in this one. I think the four... Fuck, where's the other person? The threes agree with this one. I think, like, see the way you look at the way Raw and SmackDown is booked with, like, the age and people there and the people that don't fully wrestle like the way we do. they would still buy into it no matter what. Whereas like us is like, nah, you've got something special away from us. It's like if they tell us to all stop doing the fucking 10 when it was a 10
The
count.
thing is, though, you tell somebody to stop doing something, and the
They're
rest
gonna do it.
More.
they're going to do it louder.
It's mob mentality.
What you do to stop it is you have Jerry Lawler come out with a microphone, and once the announcer says this is scheduled for one fall, you have Jerry go, one fall! Then everybody will stop it.
Because it's not full anymore.
Aye, because Jerry's done it.
What? Oh, I don't understand what his problem is when things get aired and fans interact with his show
Because
and
he
make it look
didn't
as
do
if
it.
it's over. He's a fucking
Because
asshole,
Kirsty,
I hate him.
Vince wants to go things his way, and
Everything has to be controlled. That's why they're super.
yes,
And remember as well, it is also Snooki's birthday today, who also has more wins at WrestleMania than Bray Wyatt.
Who also has more wins at WrestleMania than Jerry Lawler?
Honestly.
Also,
fuck,
I
man.
really feel sad that I can no longer answer that with what the fuck's a Snooki?
I know South Park's basically done a brilliant design of what is a Snooki.
Oh, I know, but just in general, knowing what the fuck she is, my life would be better without that.
I mean, like, going back to even the IC title, obviously that's
This was a
changed.
really fun wee match.
It was a
I
good
enjoyed
match.
this match.
I thought it was a good
Really
match.
enjoyed this match.
What?
But it
I
was
mean,
going
I
to be
say
short
that,
lived.
but like the Miz is doing the yes kicks and no actually touching people still frustrate the life out of me. Like, fuck,
But that's
he's
the
got a
thing,
vest
though.
on,
See, everybody
kick him.
else is watching it and all that, like, you know, like, oh, wow, he's doing it, but then Smark's looking at it. The reason it's pissing you off so much is because he's doing his job well, because he stole the move of the guy who should be wrestling and you want to see, and he's doing them badly. So your average punter's going, oh, he's kicking him, but the likes of you are going, he's not doing that right, I fucking hate him, I think it's
get the
genius.
Miz
It's
is a great
meta
worker.
heal, meta
It's
healing.
So it just looks.
Kirsty, you're
It
buying
takes
into
me
it
to the
again.
mat.
Yeah,
No, I'll
such a
fully
fucking
admit
mark.
that the Miz winds me. Like the Miz can get me so excited for something, then the match happens, and I'm like, oh, that's right, you're a chicken shit heel. Oh,
I bet see there was a Bullet Club t-shirt on him.
Aye,
I'd
Miz
still
leaves
go for
WWE, joins Bullet Club.
Every cunt's joining Bullet Club, man. What the
They
fuck?
really are. Green Arrows and Bullet Club, for fuck's sake.
Vigilante Club is my favourite thing in the world.
That's pretty fucking nifty, I have to admit.
See the fact that it's the wee arrows and then it's
Aye.
the green mask or the skull. Oh, I don't know who came up with this, but they're my favourite. They're my genuine favourite.
I mean,
Also, at some point, pure off track, Marty being the villain and
Mhm.
Stephen Amell being the superhero have to have arguments
got to
all the
pay
time.
off.
It's
got to
got
pay
to.
off.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Kirsty, save that for the indie show.
I know,
tomorrow.
but just putting it in there, it's going to be great.
I mean, obviously the title run's going to be short-lived because it's only for fucking Miz
Well,
and Becky Lynch
Miz is
shooting.
still
Apparently,
Aye.
he's
Becky
no.
Lynch
Yeah.
and Shawn Michaels.
Aye, it's filming the Marine.
And then I wouldn't be surprised if you see Miz stay off till Maurice has the kid.
See, apparently they've no everybody else has got a timeline of when they're coming back. The Miz doesn't have a timeline.
Aye, that'll be live.
So
Unless he's taking a break because Miz has never been off TV.
Mm-hmm.
I,
never
that's
been
the
off.
thing is he doesn't. He's such a hard worker. I just wish he'd wrestle better. That's the only thing I want to film.
I think
is
he does
better.
not bad now. I do think
Does
he does
fine.
not bad.
He does
Aye.
fine.
But like, see when he's on the same show as some of the best wrestlers on the planet, fine is not good enough. Talking me into a match is not good enough. Like, just see even if they just turn them face and he just wrestles like.
So
Good.
even if they tell a great story, you're still no bought into it.
Always saying the Miz
Fucking
always gets
hell.
me hyped for a match, and then the match happens, and it always feels like a letdown. Doesn't
Like
matter
that main
who's
event of
way.
Survivor Series told an amazing story.
It wasn't an amazing story. It was an awful story. I
That
hated
was
the
an
story.
amazing story. That was brilliant.
speaking of the match, I was actually shocked about the crowd's reaction when Roman won. No
Oh,
booze
they cheered.
at all.
Oh, that's what
They
happens
cheered
when you
him
book
to
him right.
fuck.
It's got goddamn time.
He's in the Shield. That's it. He's in
Aye,
the Shield.
that's pretty much it. People are fucking arseholes. That's the
I
lesson
wonder
you need to learn.
I wonder how long this will last.
I think the
Once the
Shield.
shield breaks off.
I think it's going to be to Mania. I still think it's going to be Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins at Mania.
It's no apparently. Apparently Dean's turning on Seth.
Good,
on
because
Seth
he's a
and
better
Roman.
heel.
He's such a good heel, and nobody, if you didn't watch FCW, you don't know that Dean is a fantastic heel outside of the Shield. Like, you
Well,
don't.
where I was actually going to bring up, if you watch the Table of Three with the Shield,
Yes.
and how
Of
Dean
course I did.
and how,
I
and
watched
how,
all it.
and how Dean was explaining how he wanted people to boo him, and it just didn't work.
Mhm.
And he planted seeds.
Aye.
He was like, I was an asshole. So because he's like, because I thought, because this is the thing, is Seth on the Indies was never heel, and he never spoke
Aye.
either.
Huh.
Because he had Jimmy, and then he had I was going to say Castanoli. He had Cesaro. Like, he was always in either tag teams, and even when he was like proper just starting out, he was in a tag team with a guy that runs helps run his school now. Marak, I think I'm pronouncing that right. And he's a really good talker. So like Seth never had to talk, so he turned him heel and then basically just hand him a mic and go have 10-minute promos was ludicrous. Especially when you had Dean, who was always a heel.
WWE.
Always a heel. He's a great fucking heel and can talk for fucking 10 hours if you wanted him to, and I'd probably listen to all it. It was just
But Kirsty, this is the same company when they brought in Steve Austin. They made him silent.
And then they suggested that if he wanted to have such a cool personality, his name should be Ice Dagger or Chili McFreeze.
Is it
That's
Chili
a true story.
Is it Chili McFrost?
Chili McFreeze and Ice
Chili
Dagger.
Ice Dagger.
oh, that's awful. Apparently he heard his wife talking about tea. Is when
Aye,
he got
that's
Stone
it.
Cold
Aye,
fight.
drink your tea before it goes stone cold.
Goes Stone
and
Cold,
that's
and he
how the
was
Stone
like-
Cold came about.
Which I
Tea
think
drinkers are the
beautiful.
best.
It's
There's a
beautiful.
lesson here.
Aye, amen. I've run it, but it makes me sad.
No, I think
You know, hurry up and finish it.
I've got water in now. So, but that's basically it for Raw, 'cause everything else is just.
No.
No.
Yes,
No.
there's something I want to talk about. Because we had a Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor match. I wasn't expecting that to happen, and Finn lost again.
That's how I,
I mean,
forgot all about
again-
it.
Looks like a jabroni.
That's how,
Against
that,
Joe,
that's how I
on
forgot
you.
all about it, and I totally took away from my mind because it's like all Finn does now is job. So it's like,
Well, according to Dave Meltzer, this week was.
Oh, Diamond fucking Dave.
Oh,
What's the pay-per-view this week, Dave?
Oh, I know.
WWE toilet.
According to him,
Asshole.
Vince has, as we can quite clearly see, Vince has completely pulled off on Finn, and apparently put him in a match where he wasn't going to get air, and then went, look, he's no air. Of course he's fucking no. You keep jobbing him out to every
That's the
fucking Tom,
most
Dick, and
thing
Happy.
I've ever heard.
Did any of you see Finn's post yesterday on Twitter?
aye, it's the turkey.
It
Aye.
says, it was in pure block writing. It was a picture of him holding a burnt turkey, and in block caps at the top of it says, I am not over, and then under it, cutting this turkey, hashtag Happy Thanksgiving, and I was like, you're my
And
favourite,
but
you little trolling shite.
he done another one where it's like how the SpongeBob meme where it's like capital letters and small letters like they doing that. I can't remember what he said in it, but it was like the same
He's
scenario.
another one. Either put him on SmackDown and let him just like refresh on a different show, or turn him heel. Why is Finn face? Anybody who watched anything to do with Devitt knows that he's a better heel. He's a great heel. Why
Because he's
is
a
he
wee
face?
guy who looks good. That's why he was a face.
Oh, because look, Randy Orton.
That's
is a wee guy,
genuinely it.
but Randy Orton's a good-looking guy.
I
and he's a
personally think there's too many people in Raw.
Yeah.
Oh, your
That's-
rosters are completely imbalanced. yeah.
When the NXT women and Paige went there last Raw, I was like, "Are you kidding me? How many
It
are
works
in
at-
this women's division right now?
It
We need
works
more
at
on
11
SmackDown, for fuck's
It
sake."
works at 11 on Raw to about 8 or 9 on SmackDown.
The way it works out is, see if you include Lana, which for the Royal Rumble, over base shows there's 20 women. If you include Lana, if no, then they'll bring in like a surprise pop and hopefully.
Oh, you'll probably get
Tamina.
something like Victoria or something like that showing up. Somebody can still go.
Aye, it's like someday.
Oh,
but,
God, Kelly.
Aye,
No!
that's my fear, is they're bringing back Kelly, and I will. Like, we have come so fucking far. We
Let's
don't
go
need
back.
this. Oh, it just but
There's
Aye,
Carmella.
what's wrong with Carmella? She's
Fucking
the
a lot.
money.
She doesn't have Ellsworth, so she's worthless now.
I'd see when she came out with the Ellsworth, I was genuinely really sad. I was like, oh.
You know, he should be there still, as far as I'm concerned.
But
Carmella, who's
but no,
Carmella?
we need to save money to bring in Ronda Rousey because that's dead important.
And all our arsehole pals that nobody knows the names of. Don't forget them.
It's because that's what's happening at Mania. It's
I know.
Yep.
It's
I don't
definitely
want
happening.
it.
It's
Yep.
happening.
I'm not interested in it. It's going to be shite.
See the way that WWE's gone
Ronda
now.
Rousey, the way they're talking, she's got a year's contract.
Really?
Yes,
I mean,
she's
I know
all.
she'll be part-time like Brock, but...
Martin, she's already training as a wrestler.
Aye, she's
As
in.
long as
Currently.
she's putting effort in, that's fine by me.
She's doing it.
She
The
showed up at a
performance.
PWG show as well.
She's-
Like,
I
she's
know,
gone
but
to
who
indie
does
shows.
these days?
I know.
What's her
She's
face
done
with the
it,
tits for Modern Family's always doing that?
Oh, Sophia. Fuck. What's
The
her
very
name?
one.
Aye, I can't remember her son.
But I don't.
McGee. Her surname's McGee.
I was talking
Vargas
to.
or something. I don't know.
Alright, I was going to say because her first name's Tits.
I was talking to one of my pals who is a pure casual WWE fan, and she was like, "Oh, Ronda Rousey's meant to be coming in," and I just gave her this look, and she was like, "You don't seem happy about this." I was like, "Why would I? She's going to be taking money and spot staff of people, and the fact that they've already let 4 people go, one of who was injured, is a fucking joke." Like, at least, because WWE's thing when people are injured is even if they're going to let you go, they'll usually wait till you're better so that you can then go out and work. But they've just let fucking, oh god, what's his name?
Darren Young.
Darren Young, Mr. No Days Off, who had all the days off.
But he's still injured, and they've just released, sorry, we're saving money because we need to. I don't. Who
To be
actually
fair,
wants to see
right, once he
Ronda?
was healthy, you wouldn't really want him there anyway.
But this is the thing.
But
this
it's
is-
the
useless.
principle of the matter.
But
It's the
but
principle.
Kirsty, this is where I come back to with the whole Paige scenario. I wouldn't have let go of Emma because Emma wanted to be there. Paige didn't.
Aye, boom.
The thing with Paige was she had so much trouble with trying to get her neck fixed, and then they were saying she didn't need surgery, but other doctors were saying she did, and then her fucking arsehole boyfriend was probably putting shit in her head
Well,
as well.
the thing I was going to say is the other reason he didn't get rid of Paige is because that's pretty much a lawsuit waiting to happen, and she went off the rails even more
Aye.
on her sacking.
And
Her mom would have been litigious as fuck.
it's not even that. You've also got the fucking movie they're doing as well, which I
I think that's
I
right,
still
exactly.
don't
Aye.
get. I just don't see the big thing in Paige. I genuinely don't see
The
big
Rock
thing.
seems to think that the idea of her coming in for a wrestling family is pure out there and never heard there.
Even
I'm
though
like, bitch.
he's done it!
Exactly.
He did it! Does
Like-
nobody know? Does nobody tell the Rock here, Rock? You know, you came to a wrestling family.
Like, he just seems to think it's,
None of these.
wait, you're a female wrestler that came for no.
So I mean, he's
We
got
only
two
have
cousins
men.
doing that.
I know.
Mind the
It's
one who thought it
fucking-
was the same as Hogan Andre. Fuck
It's, oh,
sake.
I know,
Fire
it's-
away.
fucking. I don't get, like, I'll watch the movie, of course I will, because it's to do with AJ and Pages. But again, like, who are these 2 women that they brought in to recreate that match? Because it's not going to be as
Oh,
good
they're
as
in
AJ.
NXT now as well.
Oh god.
See
Of course
that.
they are.
See, that's the thing. Look how much has happened on Raw compared to SmackDown.
I'm still not done here.
That's what I'm
Now
saying.
you shut your whore mouth.
That's
Go
what I'm
on,
saying.
go on.
Braun,
SmackDown
Braun
had fuck all.
Braun and Jason, I am fucking falling in love with Mer and Mer, by the way.
Oh, for fuck's
Because,
sake.
no, because this storytelling is slow and building. He is turning Mer and Mer heel every single week. Like, this week was the chit and shit heel, oh, I'll go out and do it, blah, blah, blah. But they're slowly turning him heel.
Even as a heel, Jason Jordan has got no charisma. He has got fuck all there. Great athlete, great mover in the ring. Apart from that, as soon as the camera's on him with
It's
the mic,
just every time I look at him, all I think is, this is Chad's spot. This is Chad's spot.
But
This
that's
is
not his
literally...
fault, for fuck's sake.
He's-
Like,
Well, maybe no, but he's the face of the whole thing. He gets
he'll
that.
get the heat for it, of course. he will.
Exactly.
It's like the Roman thing all over again.
Exactly.
but-
So,
The-
this
the-
is Chad's fault.
the thing is
Yep.
that Jason, fair enough, he can back up in the ring with ability, but when it comes to everything else, it's just flat.
So
Mhm.
you're allowed to hate Jason because something's missing, but when I hate on The Miz, that's not allowed.
No, I just like winding you up.
The double standard on this fucking podcast is unreal.
No, I just like winding you up.
Kirsty,
You don't
you
have
fall.
to because WWE do it all the time, and I'm fucking done. Like, I'm so
With their
like this
amazing
week in wrestling.
storytelling and fucking
Amazing
amazing
storytelling,
wrestling with
please.
Miz.
Kirsty, you for it every time.
But Jason versus Jason picking Braun up and then doing that fucking like dodgy knee thing was great. Like I enjoyed this. I mean, Kane appearing was hilarious because it took him like 5 years to get into the ring, but
I'm still enjoying this Kane run.
Same, like so many people online are saying they're like, I don't want to see Kane versus Braun, and I'm like, why?
I want to see that. I think that'd be a great
I'm so
match.
excited for this feud, and he's going to learn so much from one of the best big guys. The only person that's above him in terms of big guys in WWE being Monster Heels is The Undertaker, and he just happened to be his kayfabe brother, so, you know...
Literally his brother in real life.
Shh.
If that was the case, Undertaker would be running for me. I'd love to see that showing up in a fucking hearse. His public appearances, coming out of a coffin and going, "My opponent arrested."
I think
done for threatening people.
I think Braun Strowman versus Kane has got a better ring to it than the Big Show. As much as I do love the Big Show,
The Big Show match was fantastic. By the way, or the series of matches.
I think with Kane, just with ability, makes us go a wee bit better. I'm excited for it, and a lot of people are shitting away at it, and I'm like...
A lot of people are assholes, though. You need to remember that.
I don't see the point of shitting on it. I think it'll be fine.
Like, in terms of Kane, because you've got to remember, Braun, by all technicality, is still green as shit.
Exactly. We're lucky he's as good as he is.
And he seems to be a sponge, so every time he's in the ring with somebody, he just seems to soak it up, and there isn't anybody better for his position than Kane. Like, we've seen, like... Baron took a lot on when he was working with Kane, but I just feel as if Braun's just going to soak everything up and he's going to become unstoppable.
That's exactly what I want to see.
But I still don't understand why he was the only one that went there in that entire match.
Because Vince like big guys.
He's a
That's why.
Positive man is what he is.
Big man. With that big man.
So what else happened in SmackDown? Apart from the one up?
Debut of the brothers.
Yes, the Bludgeon Brothers.
And I loved it.
Same. It was so hokey, and I loved it.
From their
It's literally exactly the same gimmick with different costumes.
No, I found funny though. Right, again, 434. Tell everybody the gimmick's not happening because it had show overseas.
Because Meltzer said it once.
Yep.
Because they didn't have all their fucking gear with them for every night. Imagine Luke Harper wanting to get washed.
So they're like, the gimmick's not happening, and it's like, no, they're doing the gimmick.
It's happening. It's just you're wrong.
And plus, if they're going to debut a gimmick, they'll do it on TV, not a house show.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
They practice the gimmick, but they'll have it, like, if they're happy with it and they don't want anybody seeing any more of it, then they keep it away. But I think really what was happening was Braun and Rowan were washing their stuff.
Probably. Like, that seems legit. But AJ's wee speech was a fucking joy.
Yes, I enjoyed that. What I didn't enjoy was Jinder Mahal.
Why is he still
a flag backstage with the right colours on it?
4 more weeks.
And it's like, AJ, me and you will clash at the appropriately named Clash of Champions.
No, see, I can understand what you're saying. It's more breathy. Like, it's not quite there. That he's like, it aggravates me. Like, why is he stuck? Like, I get that he's going to have a title a rematch because.
But why put it in a pay-per-view?
Why are we having 4 more weeks?
I've got a bad fucking feeling about
it. Me I know.
After the pay-per-view, I'll be happy because then you're looking at the only 3 I still feel that should be in contention is
what is the date?
AJ Styles, Bobby Roode, and Nakamura, but finishing up with Nakamura versus AJ.
Mania, hopefully.
Aye.
What's the date for Clash of Champions?
Middle of December.
Aye, it's both brands as well.
It's like 3 weeks. Is it both brands? I thought it was just pure SmackDown.
No, both brands.
Both brands.
Really?
Yep.
So is it
I thought the next pay-per-view for Raw was going to be the Royal Rumble.
That's a dual. So it's got to be 3 dual branded pay-per-views in a
As
row.
far as I'm aware, it's for both brands, aye.
So,
Okay.
what was I going to say? So this pay-per-view is after the India tour, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
The India tour, they're doing one date.
The India tour. Well,
Yep.
actually, they're doing one night, and he's already taken on Triple H.
Yep.
Right, so he's not going to. So it's like the risk of them giving him this title back at Clash of Champions to then take it to India is minimised, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel a wee bit better then. But AJ saying that the Rocky sequel that he wins, I was like, you fucking tell them. Also, apparently Paul Heyman was not told to go and put AJ Styles early at that, but he just decided to shoot on AJ and tell everybody how fantastic he is.
Yes.
I love Paul Heyman.
But it's the fact
Get him away from Brock.
It's the fact that was the most interesting Brock Lesnar match I've seen in a long time.
Since the Joe match.
Exactly.
Back in what, April or May was that?
Aye.
And is it a surprise that both the guys come up together and are like best pals? Anybody surprised about
Pure
that?
surprise.
Do you know what I mean? It just, like I said, I thought AJ, the way he was selling was fantastic. Then you had that belief, fuck, he is going to beat Brock Lesnar.
I was so disappointed when he didn't.
No, but it was, that's what I was saying. But see, like, say what I was saying with the way they were doing the scores, it was the most predictable Survivor Series ever.
I said this on the Survivor Series show. They should have reshuffled things so that it wasn't as obvious that AJ wasn't winning, because that did take you to it until the match actually started.
Soon as if they made that the main event, right, and had the Survivor Series match before it like they did last year, I know it was Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, but see if they'd done that, then it would have been, oh fuck, right, okay, this could go either way. But the minute they put they two first before that, and Raw has never won.
It was like a 5 year. 4 years,
basically bragging nights. That's what Survivor Series was.
I honestly never understood why they bothered. Sorry, having bragging rights right next to Survivor Series like that. I know it was just to promote the fucking game, but it was still stupid.
I mean, I liked Survivor Series the way it was, the way they done it. I really enjoyed it.
Just showing everyone.
Aye.
Also, Kevin and Sammy are a joy.
Oh yes, see Sammy's heel entrance. It's my favourite thing.
He takes the piss at his heel entrance, and it's my favourite thing.
Apparently, he
dancing.
Sammy still got heat though for backstage. Apparently, his. No, apparently
that's
his.
Pure work.
No, apparently his with other fucking performers.
I don't believe that for a second. I really don't.
Apparently, this has gone about for a couple of sources.
But it has to be a pure work. It has to be a work.
Just like how he was sent in.
Oh, well, that news turned out to be they're building up a story. Do you know
This
what I
will be
mean?
the
I
same
think the
thing.
whole thing, to me, this is all in the same. They're sending out feelers to people saying, "Oh, people aren't happy," and Randy Orton's getting Twitter happy while he's having bath and coming off nicotine, so he's just a crabbit bastard. Like
Randy Orton's always a crabbit bastard.
exactly, but now he's decided to quit smoking, and I'm just assuming that he's just an angry man at the moment.
He's an angry man all the
You would be
time.
angry if you dropped the fucking title of fucking
Gender
3 times.
But I like him came. See when I love Daniel, but see when he came out and he was like, Randy's so angry that I had to send him home the night, and I was like, you mean Randy didn't show up the night? He's still having a bath. Like, you tried, Daniel, and I love you, and God love you for trying. But we all know that Randy Orton is just saying, I don't want to do this date, and Vince is like, right, cool. Like he's at this point he's a part timer, which fair enough. He's been there 12 years, but like apparently he just really enjoys baths because he's put like 5 different fucking Instagram pictures up of him.
Surprised Kevin Owens hasn't come up with some aquatic related patters for him, to be honest.
Give him time. Give him time.
Hey, well, you know for a fact
Is me, or are they building up Daniel as a heel right now?
Yeah, he's going to steal the
Some sort of.
And then what's going to happen? We'll allow him to wrestle this one time, and he'll be against fucking Shane.
I still don't think they will. I think he's going to I think the reason they're aligning him with Kevin and Sammy almost is because they aren't going to let him wrestle, and they're going to have it as like Shane versus like either Kevin or Sammy for like Daniel Bryan's. Fuck off! Like this company right now is pissing me the fuck off chronically.
But Kirsty, is
in
that not good storytelling?
You're going to get a job in WWE soon, Will. You're going to get dead rich after writing really shit bullshit stuff that we're going to bitch about. Congratulations.
That's alright, I think it'll be funny.
Ah, They're going to
As long as you're making bank.
I think it'll be funny. I'll do a Vince Russo.
No. Well, you're going there as a stereotype Scottish man with kilt and all.
Oh. Yeah,
Why is Sheamus in that wearing kilts then now? Because neither of them are Scottish.
Because
It's
Vince
a
thinks it's
Celtic
an
thing.
Irish thing along with bagpipes or something.
and
Why do they have Irish bagpipers?
I don't like the bar. I don't like them.
You don't like anybody that is any
I
vocal
have
talent
got a
in the
good
ring.
reason. I have got a very good reason not to
Yeah,
like them.
Because he's an F-wall.
Sheamus wears something of Celtic.
Celtic, yep, there you go.
Celtic.
Oh wow.
Even Flo knew that.
That's a good point.
Cesaro's still great, is my point. I've never liked Sheamus. Cesaro's who I'm here for.
My arguments are invalid. I better move to Cesaro.
I don't get why they've got them in kilts. Like, it looks cool. Like, I don't
Angus a cool gimmick.
dislike.
I don't get why you're bringing it up now. They've been doing it for fucking months.
I've brought it up like 3 times and still nobody has an answer. I'm
Because I think
just
it's
checking.
I think it's a cool gimmick. I actually think it looks cool.
No, it looks good. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. It's just why he's Swiss and he's Irish. Is Scotland like the middle ground in between these countries? Is that what
Apparently.
we're going for?
Yes.
Like, I don't understand.
Vince
why
doesn't know
they're
what
in
Scotland
kilts.
is. Let's be honest.
Like, fucking better. He's gained money to ICW.
Do you think he knows that?
Probably not. Well, honestly, he probably has no idea.
Kirsty, maybe WWE is going to fix that when Drew is moving up to the main roster, and then he's got to put him together with Sheamus and Cesaro. Then we have an explanation for the kids.
That might very well happen.
That could happen, and I would not be surprised.
What I could see if.
What a hell of a trio, by the way.
If
Oh,
They big bastards
If
together.
Drew McIntyre came up, I'd see him being the British champion.
I think he'll be world champion, the first British world champion.
it would be really nice.
I think
like
he will
that.
be.
Nice.
That's what they want.
It'd be
That's
nice.
what they want.
Well, that's what
Wait.
Vince. I think Vince, way back when Drew first came in, what
No, he
Drew
was the
is
chosen
now,
one for a reason.
I think in his heat, Vince seen Drew is new. It was
Aye.
just like, we just need to groom him to get there. So now that he is that fully realised, big, scary, presence-looking bastard that is Drew McIntyre, that he'll just come in and Vince will just... I'm no worried about Drew. Obviously, he's injured now, but I'm no worried about
It was
what they're going to do with Drew.
It was a story in how he got injured.
Aye,
It
was.
looked so bad.
Sore as fuck. Because
He just looked so angry and frustrated. Like,
Aye.
you could see the frustration on his face as if really...
The way-
Can't really blame him.
the way he landed
No,
on the ropes,
no.
it looked sore as fuck, man.
And he tore his entire biceps. But like, wow.
I mean,
Aye.
talking about fucking Saturday there, the officials were that impressed with War Games. It's now going to be kept as an annual thing next to Survivor
Oh.
Series.
It was going to happen eventually. It'll be on the main roster and all.
But the thing is they're never going to have the tag teams again. Like,
No, but it does mean that they'll have to build teams knowing that that's coming up.
but are they going to be as good as some of the hottest guys on, like some of the hottest wrestlers that they've just brought in?
I would
Because
fully
worry.
expect NXT to plan ahead accordingly and pull it
To
off.
be fair, NXT
I think
isn't-
it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine.
But was he
Yeah.
NXT, I'd be cynical.
To be fair, in my head then I was like, it's WWE, but then I was like, no, it's NXT, Kirsty, it's different. So
They'll
it's
get,
going to be
Hoff, they'll
fine.
get Hoff a Bullet Club.
They already have half a Bullet Club at this point.
They'll get the Hoff that's poor. Or the Hoff that are a
they'll
hot
get-
topic.
I was going to say that. The other Hoff that just doesn't matter.
Aye, pretty much.
Maybe like a few you count your own, but the rest.
It's pretty
no.
much turned into a Western Bullet Club with an Eastern Bullet Club.
Oh, it's,
That only meet in New Japan. It really has.
But we're
Still
pretty
love
much
everything.
done for SmackDown, right?
That's
I
You busy float.
No.
because like the only thing you had is the main event, but we spoke about what happened because like the lassies came out, so there was no new champion.
You picked some fucking week to return.
Uh,
You come
No,
back
what-
and it all goes shite. Thanks,
no.
Will.
Martin, what I was about to bring up before you interrupted me.
You accusing me of being an interrupt? How dare you?
Because
Shut up.
we wanted to talk about that UK title match.
Yes, it was fun.
I enjoyed it. I like
A pleasant
like-
time was had.
Pete. I like Pete Dunne. You rarely see Pete Dunne like do a kip up and stuff, and it was almost as if he was like, "Aye, Johnny, I'm just as good as you, but 10 years younger."
Aye, fucking round you.
It fucking terrifies me how good he is. Like him and Velveteen Dream are terrifying because they're so
Don't
good.
start me, I'll go on again.
I know, and they're
It'll exhaust me.
so fucking young. Like Pete Dunne's like, I think he's like a couple of months older than me. Like he's 24, 23, 24, running about there.
He looks older. That's
He
the
does.
thing.
See, I had this
Said
conversation
I had
with
a
Matt.
tough life.
I had this conversation with Matt. How the fuck
Biting
is
people.
Finn Balor like 34 or 36 or somewhere in there?
No. Look at the fucking drifter Elias.
Yeah.
He's
What
just
age is he?
turned 30.
Fuck
looks a
a
bit
doodle
dirty.
do.
He's just turned 30.
Jesus Christ, I had no idea.
Right, but again,
And
look
see, the
at
thing
Finn
is-
next to the
and see-
drifter.
and
How
see-
is he older than him?
No,
He
but
looks
see-
like 12.
And see, the thing is, he's older than Braun Strowman.
Aye, Braun Strowman's 33.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is he's had a hard paper round. He's starting to look like
He's
more-
seen things.
He's starting
You
to
want
look
the
more
good
like
thing?
Macho Man than anything else now.
But I really enjoyed it. I'm glad they put it on telly because obviously we were all complaining a couple of weeks ago that they were like, it's going to be a dark match, and we were like, why?
Ridiculous thing to do.
Mhm.
Why is that going to be your dark match? Because there was some matches on NXT Takeover that I could have taken or left. Like, but
Mhm.
Pete Dunne versus Johnny Gargano, you don't just put that match together and then tell us we don't get to see it.
Aye, exactly.
So I'm glad that we actually got to see it, and it was. I liked the wee bit as well when his Mythgard came out, and Johnny was like, "Here is my opportunity," and Pete Dunne was like, "No, but
No,
no."
no, son. No.
It was so fucking. I really enjoyed it.
D's what a
No.
laugh.
The counters in that match were crazy.
They were so good.
D's what a laugh.
Go on.
I actually enjoyed it as well.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Look at you watching stuff.
Look at
Oh, I
you,
know,
look at you
high
think I was going to
five.
turn around and say that I never watched
not
it. No, I actually
Well,
enjoyed
Look at
it.
you.
I enjoyed it.
Well, could it be that you shaved your beard again
Yes.
and got that fidget
Did
spinner
you
back?
did you watch Alistair Black and Velveteen Dream by any chance?
Yes.
And
Because
I thought it was good.
good.
I
Shit.
thought,
Shitting
One of the
Christ.
best matches
I
of the entire
thought, I
weekend.
thought War Games
was the best match of the entire weekend. That
to split
Anyway.
like just like a quick thought between the two pay-per-views. It was hard to differentiate. Like now, like we've always said, the NXT's always done better than the main roster, and I'm not saying NXT. No, main roster done better than NXT this year. It's nothing like that. It's like the two of them done as good gone separate. If you know what I mean, they've done their own thing for a change instead. You can tell one's going to be shit and the other one's going to be brilliant, and it's always NXT's going to be the brilliant side. It's like the two of them done good, and
Well,
it was a really good weekend of wrestling.
I
Unless
wouldn't put.
unless you're Kirsty and you hated the fucking ending in the
Well,
storyline.
put it like this: Survivor Series was good, and NXT was great.
yes,
That's how I see it.
It was a good weekend of wrestling. Very
It
enjoyable.
was slightly above.
It was not like last year where it was like you had one great match, which was the men's Survivor Series match, and then
Main event.
and then you had the fucking smack in the mouth Goldberg fucking Brock
See
Lesnar.
the way we all felt about Goldberg, Brock Lesnar. That's how I feel about the end of this year's Survivor Series match. Like
it
that
wasn't
level
that
of
bad.
anger.
Calm down.
That was what
But
last
it was
year
a
was
part
worse.
timer coming in and just fucking everything up. Like who wants?
What
to
did you
see
do? Oh no
Triple
no
H?
no 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 no! Let's go back here. What did you do when Sting came and helped Dolph Ziggler?
Sting can still go.
That's not what he asked.
So can Triple H can go better than them.
He is more capable than Sting. Yes.
Well, Sting had
So did you pop? No. So did
No,
you
I mean,
pop?
like,
Did
compared
you
to
pop
back then.
when Sting came out?
Aye, because Sting had never been there before. It was cool. Also, Sting wanted to be a full-fledged fucking member of the roster 24/7.
He didn't.
Well, he didn't, but he wanted to be on telly every week, which is more than I can say for Triple H.
It was.
comes in.
Heath Ziggler covered for him. Heath Slater.
He's well,
Ah, no, fucking hell, they're all the same now. All these generic fucking prototypes.
My point was, right,
Amazing
this week,
storytelling.
the end of the match on SmackDown this week, I meant to bring this up, it really exposed how weak the men's roster is on SmackDown.
I think it exposes how small SmackDown roster is. That's what I'm saying.
That's what
I think Raw's just too oversaturated.
That was literally the words I just said, and you just repeated it.
Did I?
Aye, that was exactly what I said.
But
Because the only people that were missing was Orton, Cena, Nakamura, and Rude and Dolph Ziggler.
aye, but but everybody's going to listen to me because like a lot of the people enjoyed the ending of the Survivor Series where they didn't like it, so they're going to go.
Who enjoyed it? You tell me who. Name one other person that enjoyed the ending of that match.
Martin.
Martin did they?
I enjoyed Braun murdering. I didn't enjoy Triple H going over everybody to get
you
there.
go back and listen, and all we done was bitch about
So
Triple
to
H
be
being an
fair,
asshole.
I really did enjoy the end of it.
Like, I was glad. Look, Braun Strowman looking like a giant confused
The people,
puppy.
the people in WWE's Facebook page all loved that.
But thank you, Kirsty, because I was going to say, like, isn't Braun the only one that says for everyone what that was? Confusion.
It was. My point was you had your, here's like Nakamura and Finn. Oh my god, let's do that. And then, but then there came a point where it was like 4 quote unquote dream matches where it was all Triple H.
Aye,
it
because
was
he's
just
the one
him.
that brought them up for NXT. He brought them to NXT. I thought that was brilliant.
That's stupid.
Oh no, it's not stupid. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was amazing. It's like
It was Triple H coming in and going, regardless of what brand you're on, I'm the best shit. Also, I run most of this shit. But Shane can stand in there.
no, it was
Kirsty.
Kirsty wasn't like that at all.
Okay, wait. Kirsty?
You've looked so far in. It's like there's a fucking blueprint which you
I'm
found.
starting to think that like you're doing this deliberately, Kirsty. Just these past couple of weeks, you've had some terrible opinions. Terrible opinions.
I've just
Kirsty,
been angry with everything.
Kirsty,
There's been nothing.
I know, but you're not seeing things properly.
Kirsty, seriously though, the only issue I have is with Triple H in that match is the ending of the match. Because he was like, I do this and yada yada yada. But he didn't even eliminate anyone. All Strowman did everything.
Which was the story.
Right, and Strowman
he-
can go at
he
everybody the
eliminated
same as
Finn.
Asuka can go
Not
at
Finn.
everybody. But it was Triple H putting him. It was as if Triple H was just like, I'm the best cunt. Look
That
at
was
me.
the story. Braun did all the work, and he's like, "Aye, but look what I did. I
Aye,
found the last guy."
that's it.
Yeah.
But I
I'm the
genuinely
That's the
best.
story.
that he I genuinely
Triple
believe in my
H.
heart of hearts that he believes that he's the absolute best thing to ever happen to wrestling.
I do
and
too.
he's not.
But that's not what the story was. The story was, "Look
That's
at
what annoys
me,
me, though.
I'm amazing."
And if you remember, Triple H has always been regarded as one of the greatest heels in WWE. Not the greatest performer,
Aye.
but one of the greatest heels.
WWE would hype him up to be something
Well,
that he
there he
isn't.
is.
They'd say that
And
he
he-
done all these things. He was always the guy that worked with the guy. DX were a knockoff to NWO, but WWE will tell you that they single-handedly won the Monday Night Wars
And when
before
Shawn
Raw Dog
Michaels
and all
left,
that were even added to
and
the
then
group.
and
and
the
they'll
driver
tell you
home
when
at
Shawn
WrestleMania
Michaels left,
32.
he took on everything and it was still great. No, it wasn't he? You fucking bunch of lunatics.
Aye,
I
we know
just
that.
I just hate that WWE see him as this big fucking thing that he just isn't.
Is the aye okay?
Because Bobby Roode is the
But
better
then
version.
you should be happy about what happened at Survivor Series. Then after he tries to steal the thunder, he gets his comeuppance.
But my point is they made Shinsuke, Bobby, Finn, and fucking Joe look like chump. And
But
Kurt
that's
Angle-
because people need to look bad to make other people look good.
But
It's
why are we making the
wrestling, wins and
part-timers
losses
look good?
don't matter one fuck. You think
Why?
that?
But if you
younger
remember,
talent,
but if
no
you-
younger
but if
talent
you
was
remember-
better apart from Braun.
Nakamura in that are all the same age as Cena and all that. Braun was the younger talent in that match.
Aye, and I've said, put Braun out of the fucking moon, he's great, but nobody else got air. I'd hate saying younger guys because they're all 30 odds.
But
The
WWE
newer
are
guys,
just simply incapable of focusing on more than one or two people at a time, which is why that
ridiculous.
match was to showcase Braun. Just as the Dolph Ziggler run at Survivor Series was going to be for Roman a couple of years back, so they gave it to Dolph and it put him over like crazy.
Do you think there might be a change in plans with Roman and Brock? It might put
No.
you
No.
don't think? No.
of course, no.
I think with him getting
Slam
cheered for
champion.
that IC title in the defence and they doubled down.
Aye, and Vince's he knew that Roman's getting cheered.
Aye, that's
then,
it confirmed. He's going to get cheered forever, even though he
Aye.
isn't.
which is stupid because he should.
Forever.
Only reason he has the IC title is because Mrs. went off to film some movies.
And
Yeah.
do you know what annoys me?
Roman is
Even-
going to lose it at some point,
Do you
and
know what
then
annoys me?
going
Even-
to feud with Brock.
Do you know what really pisses me off though? Is I
What
wouldn't be unsurprised if he kept that belt through to Mania so that it was IC champion versus Universal. Would not be
Oh
surprised at
no,
all.
no.
No
I'm not
chance.
saying that should happen, but I wouldn't be surprised.
It will not.
But
I kind of
What
agree with
pissed me
Kirsty
off
in this
is-
one. I would actually imagine they would do something stupid.
I mean,
like
they
that.
did this once with Seth. I don't want this with
I'm
Roman.
thinking more Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior.
the thing, and that's how Vince will see it. He'll see it as the modern day version of that.
Aye.
Ugh.
But the thing that really annoyed me is obviously as soon as he became a Grand Slam champion, commentary were like, Grand Slam
There's a Grand Slam
champion.
champion. They never mentioned it once for Dean. I know.
Aye, Dean is standing there right next to him. Why have they not mentioned that the only one out of the three of them that isn't a Grand Slam champion is Seth, and then play that up as because Seth was a slimy wee shite? Like, I love him, but like, why fucking
Seth's
Again,
not,
you're
Seth's
looking
not,
for
Seth's not
something
won the
you're never
IC,
gonna
have you
get.
know?
With WWE.
it's
No,
IC, he's no one.
The only that he needs.
It's only the IC he needs, and that's a Grand
But
Slam.
you're looking for something you're never going to get with WWE. Common sense. It's just not going to happen. If it doesn't fit the narrative, it doesn't
I mean,
exist.
the only thing that I can think of is that's what's going to start Dean's heel turn. is
Very
he's like,
possibly,
I've
but-
done all of this
I
stuff.
did all this first and I never got any credit, and here you come along, do it, and they won't shut up. But
Aye,
again,
and
it
that's
doesn't fit
common
their
sense.
narrative. They want
Aye.
Roman to come across as the best, so they play up that he did it and ignore that Dean did it.
like, ignore the fact that Dean's your workhorse and has done
Aye.
more in the last 2 years, has had more matches than anybody else in the company.
Kirsty, it's great storytelling. That's what it boils down to. It's great storytelling.
I don't think you understand the concept of the word great. Like,
I don't think you understand the concept of a wind-up.
I know.
oh no, I do. I get that he's winding me up. I just has to stop me
And
getting
yet
wound
you
up
take the bait anyway.
because he's wrong.
Put the bait down.
Mate, I've still got the net out just now. But that's us. That's well over an hour, and I think we've covered everything really. It is.
And we covered a fairly
Pretty
whole
much.
week.
No, it's been a good week of wrestling. The call-ups, obviously the weekend, which we had was fantastic. It's just been great. It's been a good week of wrestling, and now we go into the long period before another pay-per-view. But there will obviously be more videos coming from us. Of course, we will have the indie show. Is there anything big happening in the indies just now?
Nothing that we're giving attention to.
No, it's the Mora anyway.
Just New Japan is just leading up to Wrestle Kingdom and Ring of
Yeah.
Honor. Not so much.
Oh,
Save it, Kirsty. You've got to wait.
no, it's not to do with. It's to do with Chris Jericho. It's kind of bit of both. Chris Jericho has booked a Fozzy date for the same day of the Royal Rumble. Apparently, the whole thing was he was going to Wrestle Kingdom, do the Rumble, and do Mania. But now he's saying the 25th anniversary of Raw, which is going to be great, obviously. And then, but he's not doing the Royal Rumble, which I just found really interesting. Because you'd think that Vince would be like, no, you need to be back here in the same month.
On the other hand, they could just put out the story that he's not going to make it to surprise everybody.
Nah, the thing is that Chris doesn't have a contract right now. He's a free agent, so he doesn't need to.
I just found it really, because apparently that was Vince's thing, was like, you can go there, and I know technically he will be back because it'll be the 25th anniversary, but you'd think that Vince would have been like, no, you're coming back for the Rumble. Because apparently, according to Chris, he's kind of put it in that he'd spoke this there with Vince, so I would have thought that Vince would have been like, right, we'll sign this saying that you're coming back just to do the Rumble then. Like before you go sign the ship with New Japan. And then Steel Panther put out that Fozzie's doing their European tour with them the end of January. And I was just like,
oh.
We'll see what happens. Anyway, feel bad for David Otunga for now.
Oh, I know. Oh, he's splitting up with his wife.
Because his wife's a boot, so she's off having affairs, right? And then he's the primary caregiver, right? He's the guy who has the steady work week. You know, he does like Mondays and like every other Sunday, right? So he looks after the kid, or kids, I'm not sure. She had him escorted from their home by the cops so that it would play in court even though he's not done anything.
Wow.
And said, oh, he's being threatening to me, and the kid had him taken it just so that in court a lawyer can say, aye, but look what happened. It's getting pretty messy. Feel bad for the guy, because she's always touring or recording or whatever, and he's always there for the way.
To be honest, I actually forgot she existed.
I like
that.
Well,
the thing is, the only reason he was kept for so long before finding his current role was so that they could say to him, you're going to see if your wife will open up Mania, sing national anthem. I know he doesn't have that.
I think they might keep him because he's doing.
They're going to keep him because, and it's no nice, but it's true. Tokenism.
See the position he's in. He's all right like that. He's better there than he was in full-time commentary because he was a fucking disaster.
To be fair though, Booker T the last few weeks have been it's been so to the point that I think
was they for the fact that they for some reason decided we absolutely need to have one black guy on every show talking. They could get anybody else.
It was so funny and bad at the same time.
Oh, it's
so
awesome,
that time I tagged you, like I tagged you, Kirsty, and he didn't get the joke, but he liked it. It's like, Booker.
Do you know what the one line this week was that pissed me the fuck off?
Was it the tag team to Corey?
Aye. He was talking, he was like, I was a tag team champion. Were you ever? And obviously there was a 5-man commentary team, and all of them turned around and went, aye. And NXT, obviously they never brought up Wayne Neville because that's a wee bit, but the whole
Corey's face was perfect.
It was just, he has absolutely, he expects us all to care about what he's done because he's a Hall of Famer and everything, and cool, but see if you don't give a single fuck about your current product or people that you sit alongside every single week and you can't just do a quick search on fucking Wikipedia, why should we give a fuck about what the fuck you're saying?
To be fair, at this point, if you're listening to Booker T, you deserve whatever he gets you get.
Honestly, see, at this point, it was Matt, like, when Matt watches wrestling with me, he'll be like, did he actually just say that? I'll only pick up on things. Like, I think subconsciously I take it in, but I block it out. I only really listen to Corey.
So fucking
But it was that
bad,
tag
man.
team line that I blew up, and Matt just looked at me, and then Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton, who were there commentating when he was fucking champion, Wayne Neville, was like, aye, NXT, you're fucking... And it's the fact
It's great
that
storytelling, Kirsty. It's just amazing storytelling.
This is not something that's been taught.
Well, at least Corey has fun with him from time to time because
Corey
of
just laughs,
Book's shit.
Oh, it's fucking...
Corey is corpsing all the time.
Yeah.
He has to correct. Corey constantly has to jump between correcting Booker T.
Imagine being in a commentary team, right, with an actual former wrestler and a guy who spent all the 2000s being told what every move name was by his various commentary partners and having to correct the wrestler more.
Aye.
It's a fucking joke.
It's
like,
just so funny, man.
It's Booker T, and see that, like, and Matt keeps saying to me, but would you prefer David Otunga? And I'm like, well, no. But it's still Corey having to jump constantly because for a while he just kept laughing at him and they kept laughing at Ath. But like the last 3-4 weeks, you can just hear the frustration starting to mount in Corey.
I'm surprised it's taking this long, to be quite honest with you.
Like, it's just
They'll
building
get
frustration.
they'll get somebody new in soon anyhow, because Booker T is fucking awful. He is just shite. I just find it so fucking funny how fucking really bad he is. But
it is a joke at this time, at this point in time. But I continue.
But like we said, so we'll all have the indie show this weekend, I take it, yeah?
That's high.
Right?
Yes.
No worries. And of course, well, I've got my Wrestle Crate box. Kirsty's still waiting in her, so we all have...
Fucking postman!
We all have Kirsty's unboxing as well. So there's a lot of shit coming this weekend, and obviously we've got the show on Wednesday. It's just no pay-per-views for another couple of weeks, which...
Oh no!
I know it's a bit fucking shite when you think we waited so long for Survivor Series, now we've got to wait so long again for a throwaway pay-per-view.
A B-show.
It doesn't feel right. But hey ho, could be worse. You could be watching 205. Anyhow. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. As always, please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, always hit that little bell for notifications so you know if we put something new up, you get to see it straight away show up on your feed. Also, the channel will also be putting stuff on SoundCloud. It will be coming very soon. So if you want to listen to us ramble and pish about wrestling, you get to listen to us on the go instead of being on YouTube. That'll be very soon. Check us out on Twitter at SU Wrestle, or any of us here when it's going to go live. We'll keep you all posted for that. That'll be happening very, very soon. Anything else? So I think we've covered it, haven't we?
No, that's all.
That's
the only
and all this done for.
The only thing you reminded me of when you said 205 Live, Hideo Itami is going there.
Oh, fuck him. He's fucking forgot about it now.
He's there till his contract's up and then he's going
fuck him. We've ran out of time. We've ran out of time. he was relevant fucking a couple of years ago. He's no now.
Kent is great. Fuck you.
But no WWE.
He's good, but if he's going to 205 Live,
job to fucking Enzo. That's
rest
how bad it's going to be.
Jesus.
It's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen.
Need from in a world with Nakamura.
It's gonna happen, Kirsty.
It's going to happen.
I hate this company right now. Like, I genuinely have this burning fucking like CM Punk level of hatred right now, and it's no good.
Well, if you want to follow Kirsty's hatred, please check out our Twitter account. It's right there. You're going to see all the hatred continue. So, guys, that was all.
Be the only one that's angry.
I'm actually quite calm. I find it funny.
I'm away out the other side of anger.
I just find it funny. It's WWE. You just take what you get now, and you just go.
Aye,
They've
and
done
then you
that.
go, thank you for this plate of shit, sir. Can I have another?
Highly strung to just accept their bullshit. Like, I'm the most highly strung person that
And it's that
anybody
Bullet
knows.
Club shite though, Kirsty. You know what I mean? It's all that.
Right, that's us.
That's us. So, guys, as always, like and share the video, hit that little bell so you can get our new stuff in your feed. Also, follow us on Twitter. You can see all our names nicely across the screen. Also, follow us at SUWrestle.com. Fuck, where am I getting a website for? On Twitter. Twitter.com. That's what I fucking meant to say.
You not told me.
I know, fuck's sake, there's a website now.
Wait, do you got any secrets to tell us?
I know, there's a fucking webpage. Also, you can follow us on Facebook as well. It's Smacked Up Wrestling Live. Like I said, we're going to be coming to SoundCloud very, very, very soon. So we'll get the episodes up there as well for people to listen to on the go. As always, I've been Will.
And I've been Kirsty.
And I've been your current paper champion.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Man puts it.
And I've not got a joke for you this week. I'm just going to say one thing, and I'm not going to name the company because people who've been listening for a while know who I mean. But if you host your biggest event of the year and you have much better PR campaign for it, much better online presence for it, and you still have 2,000 less people attending your big show, maybe you shouldn't have doubled down on the wife beating, can he handle his drink English bastard who's now your number one contender?
I see what you done there.
I think we all do.
Totally agree.
Well done, Martin.
And also,
agree.
if ye pride yourselves on being the outlaws, the edgy ones who are against the system, don't join the system and keep behaving the same way, because it makes you look like a bunch of old dads trying to be cool.
Funny that one had Kevin Nash on there, wasn't it?
I was just putting me in mind there. There's Kevin Nash.
There's Kevin
Speaking of
Nash
old
on it.
dads, old dads who are only cool and swear to be edgy.
Oh,
Right, guys,
Ritual.
we'll catch you on the next episode.
bye.
Cheerio.
Bye.